going on, everybody? Dogman in here. We are talking Warframe, of course. Update 19.10 that came out a couple days ago here. I'm behind because I was trying to get all that War Within quest posted. Has a lot of different things. Obviously, there's the Ash rework. Please do leave comments below about what you think about the Ash rework, the changes. I'm not going to get into it in this video because I haven't actually explored it too much yet. I want to explore that one before I talk about it. The skin looks pretty good. Definitely looks pretty cool. There's also a skin for the Nikana as well. Just FYI, both the Ash skin and the Nikana skin were actually given out in Day 1 access, which you could see when I was finishing the War Within quest. It showed up on my screen. Anyway, moving on to the more important stuff that I want to talk about. We're going to be talking spoilers. Obviously, if you're already watching this, you're seeing Kuva farming going on in the background, and that's where the important stuff is. There's a number of things that happened in 19.1 update that were very good. So we'll start out here with the spoiler changes, if you will, give or take. So they reduced the cycle sound on the Riven mods, okay. They polished numerous operator transference sound, got it, yep, nothing too big there. They tweaked the description of the Kill X Sentinels Riven mod to get the killing blow on X Sentinels to reduce confusion. The Kill X Sentinels Riven mod can now be completed when killed by sources other than the player's Warframe, so operator, companion, etc. So that's a nice thing. But the big thing here, in terms of some of the spoiler stuff, is the Kuva Siphon changes. So the Kuva Siphon missions now spawn on the planets that are near the Kuva Fortress. This was kind of what I should have done. Okay, so wherever the Kuva Fortress moves around, the planet that's closest to it is the one that gets the Kuva Siphon missions. Kuva Siphon missions now are selectable missions, so similar to when you get to the drop-down menu, whether you want to do an alert, whether you want to do a nightmare run, whether it's just a regular node run. Now you've got the Siphon mission run, which is basically saying, hey, if you haven't done the War Within quest, you don't have access to this content, so it shouldn't be in the general game, which it was when it first started, obviously, because I ended up getting stuff in the beginning mission. And I posted about that it was in there, and I hadn't even run the War Within quest. So now that is there, and once you do it, it's a commitment. You know exactly what you're getting into. You're gonna go Kuva farming. There'll be 6 Kuva Siphon missions active, which will rotate around the planets near the Kuva Fortress, with cooldown as you complete each one. Not really 100% sure. I just know that I've been playing it a lot, so if like I was on Eris, I had several on Eris, a couple of different nodes, and I ran through about 6 of them, and then the Eris node was emptied out, and it moved over to the Series node, where I've been running over on the Series mode. When Series empties out, it goes over to another planet, so that's how I see it happening. I haven't actually seen the cooldown in terms of, okay, you run 6 and then there's nothing to do. No, it seems to keep going, but I could be wrong, but I've just been doing that. You average 600 Kuva, give or take a little bit more. If you're not running a resource booster, obviously you double that if you're running a resource booster, just FYI. But that actually does, the way it is now, you're selecting to go into a mission. It's no longer a random, am I going to get it or am I not going to get it? Somebody hops in that hasn't run the War Within quest, it's not going to knock it out for you now because you have to have completed the quest in order to see it as a selectable mission. It's a nice thing. A couple other things that were actually pretty cool is, so the Kuva Fortress is now available in terms of the Grinier sortie missions, so that's awesome. The Zarr had a minor change to it. Well, I shouldn't say minor change, but now you can change fire modes during reload on both the Stradivar and the Zarr, which is kind of cool. I like that. You can actually change modes while you're doing it. And of course, if you already don't know, the sortie reward changes, where it was previously like 2k endo, 4k endo, Riven mod, lens, Orkin, reactor, so forth and so on, Exos adapter. Well, now they've gone ahead and They've added a few extra things in there. So they added boosters in there. They added Nightan, 3 Nightan. Not a big thing. I mean, they could have added like a 10-pack of Nightan. That would have been a better deal, right? Supposedly, they radically reduced the 2K Endo reward to allow for the extra expansion of other things, including the Forma. I've got a few Riven mods so far. I've only gotten one 2K Endo, but I know one of the other guys has just managed to constantly get 2K Endo still, even after this change. But that's one of those things that's out there, so that's definitely a change for the better, I guess. Though they've really diluted the pool a little bit more of things that you could get, and of course they're gonna probably dilute that pool even more down the road, which kind of sucks. Someday I'll get that legendary core, but with the changes to the Kuva, with the War Within quest, with all the different possibilities of getting, you know, the Riven mod, because that's the big thing now, and it's a common drop still. And that's one of those reasons to run that every single day, to potentially get those and to store them up as best as you can, and obviously get rid of the ones you don't want and whatnot. But there is a lot now that keeps you going every day as a higher level player. You come in, you farm for Kuva, you go in, get your sortie missions run and done, and hopefully you get, you know, that Riven mod. You go do the Riven challenge, find out what it is, so forth and so on. So there is a lot of now beyond the War Within that's actually there. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about this episode. Again, please do feel free to share Ash comments below, and I will be checking into that a little bit further on down the road. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.